Good day. In today's segment, we are going to talk a little bit about the performance side of our new product, and the performance tab here will take you through to the debtors book performance, and in that you'll be able to access it from this tab here, or alternatively you can scroll down to the performance section and you'll be able to view the KPIs and trends, your risk view and your debtors export tab. Today we're going to go into the risk view and see what that gives us. So when you click on the risk view button, you'll be able to see your debtors book segmented by different risk categories. The risk categories we're talking about here is the payment risk, and just in short, the payment risk is an indicator of whether the debtor is likely to pay you on time. If there is a high payment risk involved, like we saw in there, it simply means that the debtor is unlikely to pay you on time. With the low payment risk, it means that the debtor has got the capabilities to pay on time and is likely to do so. Your debtors book is then segmented into these categories, and the information you see on here, as I said, is the split by risk in terms of your book, and you're able to see all sorts of other graphs on here depending on what information you've got on your master file. The data in terms of the debtors is displayed here at the bottom with all the relevant information regarding the business status, and if we scroll to the right, your credit facilities, your terms, your debtors book is given through to us from current right through to where it's aged, account group in terms of number of accounts in the book, as well as credit limit for that group exposures, a risk indicator, and as well as a business health risk indicator is on there. Status is given through to you. The business health comments, if there are any overlying risk elements, will be displayed on there. And then to the right, you'll be able to see all the information that you provided through on your master file, which incidentally gives you the ability to view the book by these different metrics. So business units, customer types, branches, credit personnel, etc., etc. All of that information is displayed for you, and you are able to then filter through these risk segments or risk elements of your book to see which category, which business unit, which credit controller has got what portion of the book. So should we click on that section there, which gives us the high risk, you'll be able to see the different payment terms for those, as well as debtors involved for the high risk. You can then further filter that by any means here on the left-hand side, as well as clear any filters that you've already applied through clicking on that button, which I'll do now. That takes you back to the home screen, and from here you'll be able to see the high payment risk debtors in isolation. That gives you the high and elevated debtors at a quick glance. And at that section, you can then select if you want to see that by branch, by credit controller, by industry or division. The low payment risk debtors, as I said, gives you the customers who have got the capabilities of paying you on time. Again, you can select whatever metrics you want here in terms of a graph to give you an indication and filter it down further to a granular level. The debtors over terms by credit controller, again, you'll be able to see that by clicking on it, and you'll see all the debtors here involved for that. Further selections here, as I said, if you want to sort this by credit controller, by clicking on credit controller there, you'll be able to see the different credit controllers and the segmentation of that book there. Also, again, you can filter it by particular debtor should you need to be, but the information, and very important information you'll be able to get here, is to see at a collective level a portion of the book where you need to focus your efforts on. High payment risk debtors and elevated payment risk debtors are debtors that are unlikely to pay you on time. We give this information through to you so that you can phone these debtors first, tackle these debtors first, and make a concerted effort to ensure that you at least will get paid on these debtors here, because they are unlikely, we're saying up front, that they are going to be paying you on time. Low payment risk debtors, you should not have any issues with them. You should be able to get payment from them very easily. But again, this gives you a breakdown of the risk view of your book to give you an indication of where your efforts need to be focused, so that right up front, before the end of the month, you know which debtors are likely to pay you on time, where your efforts need to be focused, so that you can be more effective, collect that cash sooner, have lower cost of sales and funding, and therefore make more profit.